Oh, diddlies. What's going on? Good seeing ya. Love you guys. Pccf week 2. Man, week 1 was an absolute nightmare. There was just so many crazy things that happened, and my team pooped all over the place. Let's take a look at the league here. We're going to look at the standings, who got the wins basically. But JP, big win there, taking top of the leaderboard. Jesse, Artie, Dylan, Aaron, Andrew, and that is it for the winners. And the losers is Bud with the high score, I guess, which is the best component, I guess. Katie, Jimmy, Kevin, Jai, and at the very bottom of the barrel with terrible outcomes, Patrick Williams Starkey. So hopefully we can do better in week 2. Let's have a look at the matchup, shall we? Going lo-fi today. Got lots going on. This is all I can give you. Hopefully you love it still. We got a matchup with Patrick Williams Starkey going against JP. Number 1 versus number 12. Big underdog here is Patrick Starkey here. Let's look at the matchups here. We got Drake May going against Miami. If they continue to play so terribly, Drake May should easily have this floor of 21 points, which they're suggesting. But I think J. Herbs absolutely deserves this check here for JP here. He looks so good, and what's amazing is when he runs, he looks great. So I'm going to give J. Herbs the check there. Let's go ahead and give him the check. Next, we got Omarion Hampton going up in the same game. He looked terrible, but I think he's going to look. I think he's going to at least have some more numbers because they should be winning in this game. But ultimately, I'm just talking about going against Derrick Henry, so it's Derrick Henry for the check. He's insane. Drake London, we've got against Minnesota. Had a little shoulder injury scare. Looks like he's cleared. Everything's good to go. Alvin Kamara, similar with his floor. He's going to get a lot of targets. So I'm going to go Drake London there for the higher PPR upside there. Next, we got T. Higgins going against DeAndre Swift. Swift's, hey, you know what? I think he was a really good draft. He provides he's a great running back too. But against Jacksonville, I think I just love the T. Higgins matchup here. He's a dominant force. He's the first read in this offense for some reason. So I'm going to go T. Higgins there for the check for Patrick Williams Starkey. Next, we got Amon Ra going, Puka against Tennessee. You know, this is a better defense, I'd say, from Chicago's. And Puka, man, I'm so dumb for passing him up in the draft at this point. Give me Puka Nacua there for the check for JP. In the tight end position, oh my God, look at this guy, Tyler Warren. What a beast. He showed up in week 1. I think he's just going to be a staple in this offense with Daniel Jones having the need to check down all the time. We're going to take Tyler Warren. Mark Andrews was a question mark in week 1. That's a very concerning start there for JP. Give me Tyler Warren there. And in the flex, we got 2 really small, really twitchy. I would actually compare these body frames almost identically. Devonta Smith, Travis Hunter, very intelligent, fast twitch players. But I'm hearing that Travis Hunter might actually be playing a little bit more defense in this game, and we'll see how that plays out. But ultimately, his targets were pretty, they were not valuable targets. They're kind of just in the middle, like 8 yards, and he doesn't get a lot of yak. Meanwhile, Devonta Smith with the potential Dallas Goedert out, I'm going with Devonta Smith for the check. And I don't even care about this stuff here. Who cares? We're going Patrick Williams Starkey with the upset of the week here. Let's go. All right, next we got, this is a good matchup here. Kevin McLaughlin versus Jimmy. Both losers in week 1, but man, these teams look tough. Let's have a look at them. Bo Nix just did not look good, but I think he's going to have a chance to really redeem himself here in Indianapolis. Don't give up on him, but I am a little bit worried about him. On the other side, geez, exactly the opposite here. Justin Fields, I was worried about. But this is an easy floor start here. I mean, for what he did, and he looked great passing the ball too. You know, that's what was great about him. I'm going to take Justin Fields there for the check for Jimmy. Moving on to the running back, we got Kyron against Tennessee. That is nice. Real nice. Easy work. That's a running back one there. On the other side, Genty's getting all the work. We didn't see a lot of efficiency last week. Chargers defense is really good. And wow, this is tough, man. I can't believe that I'd be fading Genty here in this situation. But with that defense, you just have to presume how the outcome of the game is going to go. And if the Chargers play the way they did in Week 1, I think I'd rather have Kyron here. That's might be a hot take there, but I'm going to take Kyron there for the check. In the next position here, we got BTJ, who really had a dud of a first game. Cincinnati's going to make that feel a lot better in Week 2 here. It's going to be a great looking outcome for him. I like that. Jonathan Taylor with a good floor, but really tough defense. I don't know. That's tough. Let's just say PPR. That changes a little bit of my brain, and PPR with higher upside. I'm going Brian Thomas Jr. there for the check. In that next flex position, we got Chuba Hubbard against Arizona. This defense looks a lot better than they once did. So Chuba Hubbard, though, talking about a volume guy, he has gotten all the snaps in Carolina, and I don't think anything's going to change that. That's great. On the other side, Cortland Sutton. Oh my gosh, that's going to be a good matchup there against the Colts. I actually think that the Colts might be a fun matchup each and every week because they might have some kind of, that they're just trying to go for volume, it seemed. Man, they just put up a lot of numbers last week, so the snap count excites me there. This is a wash here. I guess I just gentle check there for Sutton, but I'd take Hubbard too. Next one here, Jamar Chase, wide receiver against Jacksonville. Don't worry about Jamar Chase or this Bengals offense. This is what they do. They're notorious for it, Jimmy. Yes, you need to hear that. But that's okay because they still are absolute studs. And this is going to be a game to redeem themselves. I love that. Nico Collins scares me a little bit more. Going against Tampa Bay, who's a serious team. Just a team, and that offense did not look like they were that great. Right now, I think I'd even, with how they were treated in Week 1, I'm going Jamar Chase there for the check for Kevin. Tight ends here, we got David Njoku against Baltimore. What scares me about Njoku is their third-round draft pick, Harold Fannin Jr., and how much attention and volume he got from Joe Flacco. It was unbelievable. But still, nice floor here. Baltimore is going to destroy them, and the only way to get in this game is to check down with these type of players. On the other side, it's just as exciting here with Kyle Pitts. He was involved last week. Oh, dang it. I can't click on it. But he had a lot of volume. Drake London did go out of the game late, and I think he's cleared for this game, which was one of the reasons he did get those targets. But I like that too. Whew, that's a tough one. Kyle Pitts or David Njoku, man. Week 1, this would be easy, but this is closer than I think. But I'm going to go David Njoku there for the check. And in the last slot here, wow. We got DK Metcalf against Seattle, going against his own team. He really didn't get as much volume as I thought in Week 1, surprisingly. Even with Aaron Rodgers having 4 touchdowns, but he's the guy, and on the other side, you cannot not be rooting for this guy. But in this circumstance, I think I would take DK against Seattle, and I'm going to give that the check. And with that said, I guess I am going with Kevin McLaughlin here for the win. Both teams look awesome. All right, next we got, oh, shoot. I totally am cheating here at this point, but maybe not. We got Dylan 1-0, Jesse 1-0. Jesse coming out hot, dude. Tucker Kraft really is the spotlight of this offense, and now that Jaden Reed got injured, he might even have more volume, which is crazy. Jaden Daniels with a decent game. You know, nothing crazy, I guess. 23 points is kind of maybe the low end of what you'd expect from Jaden Daniels, so that's kind of good. But Kyler Murray against Carolina, he's got to do good. But let me get the check marks out here. We're going to go Jaden Daniels there for the check. Kyler Murray, I don't know. Saquon Barkley against Tristan McCaffrey. That's a tough matchup against Kansas City's defense at Kansas City. CMC against New Orleans with nothing else. Oh, man. Give me CMC. That's crazy. Next here, we got Chase Brown against Jacksonville. Marvin Harrison Jr. against Carolina. Hey, Marvin Harrison Jr.'s having good volume. I do like this stack here you got here. That's a nice little stack ski. So this is where, obviously, my predictions can go wildly wrong, especially when you got stacks like this, because one touchdown connection could really sway this, but I would rather take Chase Brown here in that matchup against Jacksonville. Zay Flowers with a wild game. This isn't going to happen against Cleveland. They've got two very healthy, very good corners right now, and I think they're going to be responsible for Zay Flowers, and I think that part of the game is going to be pretty easy. He might have a couple breakouts, but on the other side, Trey Henderson is definitely getting touches taken away right now from Ramondre. He's a tough start, but in Miami, this is a really high-end play. So I do like it, but I think I would take the comfort more in Zay, I guess, here. So give me the check there. Tyreek Hill against New England. Oh, man. Tyreek Hill. What are we talking about with this Dolphins right now? This is terrible. Devontae Adams, who's a wide receiver too, but in a really good matchup. Oh, my God. I can't believe I would probably actually prefer Devontae Adams. Brock Bowers is even hurt right now. He's going to play, though, right? I got him in a league. Let's just say he plays, but 26 is a lot to ask, so it's Tucker Kraft. And then in the last here, we got George Pickens against the Giants. I don't like this. He's really more of like a longer range target in this game. I don't know how much he'd be used. I think I'd rather take the floor with Aaron Jones there, even though that Jordan Mason is sharing the backfield there. So overall, we got Jesse. And again, maybe I'm cheating here. He's already got 50 points for the win. All right, we got Artie versus Aaron. Another 1-0 battle here. Oh, wow. Artie's team looked really good last week, and Aaron's going to have a fighting chance here. Let's have a look. Baker against Houston at Houston. If anything, Houston's defense is good, man. Their offense is where I'm really worried. So, and on the other side, Lamar Jackson against Cleveland at Baltimore. I am a homer, but I'm also a realist. This is definitely going to be a game for Lamar. He looks so much better. He just looks mature, you know. I'm going to take Lamar there for the check. Next, we got Bijan Robinson against Minnesota. This run defense is really good, but they just want to utilize him in all facets of the game, including the pass game, so he's really safe. But Travis Etienne, what a late-round gem. I think the changes with the head coach might have just pushed him into what might be a lead role back, which everyone was concerned about here with Travis Etienne, and he looked great against Cincinnati. I love it. Still going to take Bijan, but really have some high hopes for this man here, Travis Etienne. Breece Hall also surprised me. Going against Buffalo, I think that might be their only true weakness is some sort of zone run type scheme, and Breece Hall might be that guy here in this matchup. On the other side, A.J. Brown against Kansas City. Man, you know what? I think I just have to do this for all fantasy football players that trust that A.J. Brown is not washed, that he's going to have a game that's going to beat Breece Hall. So I'm going to go with A.J. Brown there just to make sure that we all know that he's still a stud and he's going to do fine, even in a tough matchup. Mike Evans here against Houston. A little bit concerning here. We saw Emeka Ibuka show up, but I think Mike Evans still is like a power slot kind of player. Ibuka plays everywhere else. He doesn't, so I think he's still got a good floor in this matchup. On the other side, Garrett Wilson and this Jets offense looked really good, man. A lot better than I thought. against Buffalo. This could be a fun game. He's the wide receiver 1, so that's why I think Mike Evans might be getting some of that volume taken away from him. I think I'll take Garrett Wilson. That's a kind of a weird check for me, but on the next one here, we got Ladd doing Ladd things, man. He's awesome. Justin Jefferson, though, against Atlanta. We saw the last part of the game. J.J. McCarthy. Did you think about that? Justin Jefferson McCarthy? That's why I'm giving it the check. No other reason. Tight ends here, we got Trey McBride against Juwan Johnson. He's a great start here, Aaron, but Trey McBride is just like a big cornerstone of that offense for the Cardinals. And last flex here, Keon Coleman had a hell of a game. And you just hope it's like a shootout this week as it was last week, but that might be a little volatile. But speaking of volatility, oh shoot, Ken Walker, who do you start at this point? Your other guy did just as good, and at least there's no injury designation here, which does help. Pittsburgh's defense may not be as good as you think, but man, I guess I'm just leaning towards a little bit more PPR there. This is tough. This is going to be really tough. Let me think about this here. Just have a look at the whole roster and make a decision here. And we're going Aaron for the win. Next we got Jai versus Drew. They both kind of had some relatively floor games from their guys. Terry McLaurin with 9. In a game like that, I guess that's fairly acceptable. Josh Jacobs, though, in a win, you'd think you'd get a little bit more, but still a decent floor. So nothing really tremendous. I think it's still pretty even keel here. So let's go down and look at the rest of the matches. We got Joe Burrow against Jacksonville. Man, that looks so fun and juicy. Aaron Rodgers with DK going back to Seattle to, eviscerate them. Looks fun. It could be a shootout, but I think I do have to go with Joe Burrow there for the check. Josh Jacobs, 14. Bucky against Houston. They're a good defense, but man, they are using Bucky a lot. And do I think he's going to go over 14? I think that is going to happen, so I'll take Bucky there for the check. James Cook versus Jahmyr Gibbs. James Cook he's a volume guy, but Jahmyr Gibbs is involved in the past game too, and that game looks like it might be more fun. Jahmyr Gibbs is elite, so I'm going to go Jahmyr Gibbs there for the check. Ooh, battle of some running backs here. Nick Chubb against Tampa Bay. Don't love that. There's not a lot of any spark in that offensive line. He might fall in the end zone is really what you're expecting. Meanwhile, in a PPR league, Dylan Sampson looks really fun. Baltimore's going to beat the shit out of Baltimore's going to beat the shit out of looking around because I thought my kid was right there, but they're not even here. Cleveland, so what are they going to do? They're going to dump the ball. I'm going to take Dylan Sampson here for the check. JSN is going to probably have more than 9 points in the first quarter. I'll take JSN there. Travis Kelce looks washed. Sam Laporta looks less involved with the offense as you wanted. I'm going with matchups here. Whew. Travis Kelce has to show up for this game, Floor-wise, I think I'm just leaning just a little bit towards washed-up Travis Kelce. Same game here at Pacheco, Ricky Pearsall. I have been in love with Ricky Pearsall, Drew. And we don't have George Kittle now, so who's getting the ball? So on a volume perspective, that's just a really nice floor there. With Pacheco possibly sharing the backfield with Kareem Hunt, I don't love it as much. So this is a tough thing here to decide. I think there's more upside here with Drew. And even though Joe Burrow might just absolutely go off, I think I'm going to go with Drew here for the win. And last but not least, we got KD Malley, 0-1. Team looks good. Going against Bud, team looks good. 0-1. Got to scrap for a first win here, don't we? Nobody played on Thursday, thankfully, here. So let's break it down. Josh Allen going against the Jets versus Jalen Hurts. Two juggernauts. Man, this is tough. I think too much revolves around the offense of Josh Allen exclusively. And that's why it's just easier to take Josh Allen over Jalen Hurts this week. James Conner against the Carolina Panthers. Looks like Benson is taking some of the snaps, which concerns you a little bit. Achane has a better floor, especially in PPR. But, well, I don't know. This is tough. Yeah, I think we got to go Achane here just slightly. But James Conner's a really good floor play there, Katie. Next here, we got Jerry Jeudy against Baltimore and Ted McMillan against Arizona. Oof. You know, I think I'm actually happier to take Ted here. He's just safer. He's going to have more volume. Again, thinking about how the offense works, he is the number one receiver there, so it's easier to. And Jerry, you know, he might be down the field a little bit. Maybe this game turns into a shootout somehow. That would be crazy, and his upside's there too. So, Katie, there's a real high chance that Jerry Jeudy has a better ceiling game. Next, we got DJ Moore against Detroit. You know what I noticed with DJ Moore is they just tried to give him the ball in every way possible, which is so promising, including in the run game, end arounds and stuff. Jacoby Myers is a crucial asset to this team as well. He'll be involved with a lot of this. They're going to be behind, you know, so Jacoby's going to catch a lot of balls here. The safety in Jacoby right now is with Brock Bowers' injury, I think. So I am slightly leaning towards Jacoby this week, even though I actually do like DJ Moore a lot this week. Katie, I'm just going to give you both some checks there because all these checks that I've been giving Bud are really close. So I'm going to give you at least that. And here's another good matchup. Malik Neighbors. Now, this was the worry about Malik Neighbors, and well, at least more so, the Giants. New offense, you know, how's it going to work? And so what we saw was potentially less just incredible volume going towards Malik Neighbors. He did great, though. CeeDee Lamb against the Giants. Oh, man. Who do I want more? You know, I think I could see the Cowboys winning this game, which honestly kind of makes me want to check Neighbors there because they're going to be down. They're going to be throwing the ball down the field more, and Neighbors is the guy, despite what I just talked about with the offense. So I'm going Neighbors. Tight ends here, Hawkinson or Jonnu, both not great. Hawkinson is just a better component of the offense, so we're going to go with that. Jordan Mason really surprised me. He is the running back that they choose to run the ball. He's the goal line back. So he's got so much volume there. And Jaylen Warren is the running back 1-2, which we just have seen in week 1. So with Jaylen Warren getting more of the pass work, Jordan Mason is exclusively run. This is why it is a Jaylen Warren check there. This is got to be the coin flip of the week, and I don't even know what I'm going to do here because this is a tight matchup. This might be fun to watch. So what am I going to do? What am I going to flip? I've got to have a coin somewhere, right? Oh, okay. I got this little koozie plate here with a little popper on it. Ready? Heads, the Browns, and that's Bud because it's the Browns. And down is Katie. Down. Here we go. Ready? Down. That hurt only not because I was reading against you, Katie, but because that was the Browns. But Katie wins it.